Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Kaizer Chiefs loses 2-1 to Orlando Pirates, and we give our opinion of this game. And I am going to be honest, we played well and we lost. And I've been saying this for a very long time. I hate with all my body and soul when we play teams like Orlando Pirates and Sundowns, where we end the game saying we played well and what, but we still lose because when it matters the most, our players fail to make decisions. But before I get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll start by saying this. Nabi received his 12th loss of the season, and I want us to be realistic. Can we be realistic as Kaizer Chiefs fans? You can't go the whole season losing to Abo Richards Bay, Abo Golden Arrows, and all these smallanyana teams and expect that you're going to beat a team that is sitting number 2 on the log. It is an unrealistic ask. Nabi has put us in this position. And a lot of us, because we love our team, we always want our team to pull out miracles. We want our team to do something they have never done the whole season, like how they beat Sundowns. Like, let us accept that the way we play today, we will not beat Pirates the way we play today. We need to play Pirates in the Nedbank Cup the way we played Sundowns. We must give Pirates the ball and we must hit Pirates on counters. That is the only thing that we must play ugly football. You will see today, we put players on the field who play nice football. Like Ungobo, Serino, Mdushabalala, Lilepo. These guys were playing such nice passing football. It was moving around. We've outplayed Pirates in terms of how we move the ball around, how we rotate, how we keep possession. We outplayed Pirates. But where Pirates beat us is that every time they hit us on the counter, it felt like they're going to score a goal. That is how Pirates beat us. Pirates beat us. You know what? I want to also say this. Sipo China, I want to give him his flowers. Because there are certain chances that fell right by him and he made a way of saving them. But our keeper, it doesn't happen that way. And that's unfortunately the thing if you don't have a top quality keeper. A top quality keeper needs to be a keeper that can save you in a situation where you feel like you can't be saved. And Bruce Vuma, he makes the normal save that we expect from him. But when we expect him to really pull off like a match-winning save, it's not his game. He can't pull off So in order for Chiefs to maximize Ubvuma, we need to stop any kind of chance, any inch of a chance that gets into the box. It must, like Bruce Vuma must basically not be hit by any shot that is dangerous or whatever, because chances are it's a goal. But the goals. The goal, look, the person I'm going to blame the most in terms of today's game. He had a decent game, but I'm going to blame him for today's loss. And a lot of you are going to maybe jump on me for blaming this person, but our person who we have to blame the most today is Mdu Shabalala. Mdu Shabalala holds the most blame in this team because Mdu, he always is in the right place, the right moment, but his pass is always bad. It's either he passes it too hard, it's either he passes it to the wrong player, the wrong direction, but his vision, how he eliminates a player, everything, he's doing everything right instead of the finished product. Like Mdu Shabalala is that person who bakes the best cake, then before he delivers it to the person, he drops that cake on the floor. So Mdu Shabalala has this thing of he cooks, Baba, a peg. He cooks the pirate, the midfield, the pirate, it gets scared of him. They don't know how to mark him. I peg. In the last minute when he's meant to properly dismantle and eliminate the pirates, he drops the cake on the floor. He passes the wrong player. The first goal is Mdu Shabalala. We were basically going to, it was Lilepo. We had so many players who were attacking. Mdu Shabalala passed the ball into a Pirates player's feet. I don't know why he has this style of wanting to pass, but he likes stylish passes. One thing I've realized about Mdu is not the kind of player who makes sure of his pass. He always wants to make a flashy pass. So Mdu, you'll find a lot of the times in this game, when he was passing the wrong player, It's because he was doing a stylish pass, like looking the one direction passing, but it ends up to the wrong player. Mdu Shabalala reminds me of Vinicius Jr. when he entered Real Madrid. When Vinicius Jr. entered Real Madrid, this is exactly how he played. He wanted to do the stylish pass. He wanted to dribble everyone. He wanted to do the samba. He wanted to flick the ball over people's heads, and they would always take the ball from him, and the ball his passes would never reach the players. Then when Carlo Ancelotti came into Real Madrid, the one thing he drilled into Vinicius' mind is remove all these styles. Like, use your ability, your skillfulness to eliminate a player, but don't pass Ngale's weird style, and don't do. He's like, just make sure when you make the pass, make sure. So, in saying that, Mdu Shabalala, he had Pirates in the palm of his hands, but every time he was meant to deliver, he dropped the ball. Sirino was off today. Lilepo, one thing I'll say about Lilepo is this. I feel like where we lost it as Kaizer Chiefs is when we started playing him on the wide sides. Like, when, I don't know why we were doing this. I preferred him playing from the middle, because he was beating Pirates with the heading pass, with the heading chances, and that's the one thing I say, we don't take advantage of Lilepo's heading ability. Because imagine if you just had a player who, when you kick the ball to Lilepo, and have a player who's running behind Lilepo for Lilepo's flick, imagine how many chances that player can get, because Lilepo did so many things as a center forward, but when we moved him wide, he was gone in the game, like absolutely gone. I kept asking myself, Guti, but why is Nabi moving Ulilepo from the center forward? Keep Abo Sirino Nabom do on the wides. Like, let Lilepo cook from the center, make him do the runs, etc. Like, Lilepo is not creating chance for us on the sides. Lilepo is not doing anything for us on the sides, but the moment he's from the center, it feels like Pirates struggle with him there, because he disturbs them. He wins the aerial battles. He like the goal we scored today, it came when he was from a central position. He just needed one touch, and that's what like, a part of me felt like, why are we struggling to recreate the first half goal that Lilepo scored? Why aren't we giving him those exact same chances? Why are we not keep feeding him those chances? Because that his first time shots are very dangerous. But apart from that shot that he took, I can't even remember a shot where we found him in the same position, or he was free with space. But anyway, I want to give praise to Ngobo. Ngobo really handled himself well in the midfield. The only part I have criticism with Nabi is when you are losing the game, when you are on the back foot, don't substitute Sirino. Even if Sirino is having a bad day, don't substitute Sirino. And when you substitute a player, yes, remove Mad, yes, but bring in Ucele to play alongside Ngobo. Give us Ucele and a Ngobo combination where both of them can be attacking and Ucele can be the more defensive of the players. But when you eliminate Ngobo, it's almost like the moment we eliminate Ngobo from this game, Pirates started to win the midfield, because Chiefs no longer had ball players, like a player who can just hold the ball and change direction and move the game from one position to another. We had players who play one side, like when I'm passing this side, I go that side. When I'm passing that side, I go that side. We didn't have players who really handled the midfield. So I feel like Nabi really lost it there. But yeah, I have to give it to Pirates for Makgopa's goal. Makgopa's goal, honestly, it came out of nowhere. Pirates were not doing anything in the first half, but Makgopa got a chance and he scored. And you know, the funny thing about Makgopa is, Makgopa is not a player you should be proud for conceding a goal against, but he did it. Rayleigh's goal was it was a mix-up, a lot of things. You know, in the moment when Rayleigh started scoring those goals, it was when our midfield was starting to lose its shape. Like, we're losing balls and all of those things. But other than that, I'd be lying if I say we didn't perform well and didn't give a good account of ourselves. The only thing is that when you look at this game, you realize that Kaizer Chiefs didn't really create clear-cut chances, but there were many moments where we eliminated so many Pirates players, where it was like becoming like 3 against 2 and 4 against 3, where we had the upper hand in attack, but we could just not get the ball to the right player. Like, there were many moments where we were dismantling the Pirates midfield and defense, but we couldn't find, that last player could not find a Kaizer Chiefs player in the box or a Kaizer Chiefs player making a decent run. Abomodi would get the ball. When it's time for them to cross, they pass Pirates players. Like, it doesn't get past the Pirates player. It ends up by a Pirates player. That crossing the box ends up by a Pirates player. Serino gets the ball. He runs out of ideas sometimes in the game. You can see he's trying to unlock, but he's not really finding that pass that he's looking for. And it's the first time I've seen this in a long time with Serino. He's been doing it in a couple of games, but he loses the ball very easily. It's very uncharacteristic of Serino, but Serino is very clumsy with the ball. I don't know what it is. It feels like the Kaizer Chiefs environment has just, I don't know what it's doing to Serino, but he's very careless with the ball. His first touches are bad. His runs are bad. His decision making lacks a lot. So, it's that kind of game where we could see who is number 2 and we could see who is fighting relegation, because we did play like a team that is fighting relegation. What do I mean by that is that Pirates, whenever in attack, they really felt like they can score. But whenever we were in attack, we could never get to that position where we're saying we're going to score. But we always looked positive. We always looked like there's potential. Our players looked like they had a lot of potential. But we just didn't have that player who's going to pass that last player or give that last through ball or have that one decent first touch. We just didn't have that. And that was the difference today. Pirates really, this is the difference between a team that was challenging for the league, challenging for Champions League, etc. Can we still beat this team in Nedbank Cup? Of course, because we just need to play Pirates the way we played Sundowns. We must forget about playing this nice football. This nice football is a scam for us. When we play nice football, we lose. We are a scam. Like, we scam. This game was a scam. Like, we played nice, but look at what it gave us. Nothing. But anyway, and I know I'm sounding contradictory because a lot of people feel like it's good to build nice. When you play good football, you build good habits. But I'm like, we're at that point in the season where we're not building, guys. We're playing our last, how many games? Nedbank Cup, and after Pirates game, we have 3 games, then the season is over. Because the season is over in our next 3 games, even including this Pirates game, nothing must look nice. We collect points, we win cups. That is what needs to happen. Like, at this point, a person crying that we're not playing nice football, but we collected 3 points, that is that person's problem. But anyway, I wanted to say, I'm not confident for next week's Nedbank Cup, but the thing is that in a cup anything can happen. Just like today's game, like if our players were just more focused, like anything could have happened. But there's not much to write home about. The one thing I wanna just maybe emphasize is Nabi is definitely giving us one of the worst Kaizer Chiefs seasons ever. Like, yes, the player time looked better than some other seasons, but Nabi is really giving us one of the worst Kaizer Chiefs seasons. And I'm saying this not because I'm attacking Nabi, not because I'm being arrogant or whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying this because a lot of you, because I made that Pizzo vs Nabi video, a lot of you now think that I want Pizzo just to come over. Yes, Pizzo will always be my preferred coach. There's no coach I back more to coach Kaizer Chiefs than Pizzo. But I'm supporting Nabi because he's here. Pizzo is not here, so I have to support Nabi. But one thing is for sure, in my support of Nabi, I have a lot of criticism. We are at game, I don't know what, is it game number 20? We're at game number 26. We've played 26 games of the season. We've lost 12 games already. If we lose the next 2 games, do you guys understand that if we lose the next 2 games, this can be the absolutely worst season that a Kaizer Chiefs fan would have ever experienced in their life. This, I have to be honest with this, is that I don't think we're going to finish top 8. And we are lucky that Cape Town City is fumbling the bag. They're at the bottom of the log. So Cape Town City is struggling to remove from that position 15. If Cape Town City just used the talent they had in their team and won their next 3 games, Kaizer Chiefs would in essence be pulled into the playoff position 15th. And I don't know if you guys were happy with that, because a lot of you are backing Nabi, even though that we are technically a relegation fighting team. Because with the last 3 games of the season, or now it's the last 2 games, with the last 2 games of the season of the league, the team that is number 15 can still end up ahead of us if they win all of their games. So, and we lose all of our games, obviously. But anyway, I don't want to go too far, but I want to say this is a summary of our season. We concede goals. We have a bad goalkeeper in our polls. We just concede out of nowhere. We dominate a game, but we concede. We lose the handle of the game. We fail to put the ball in the back of the net. Our coach makes decisions that lose us the midfield. Like, this season is filled with bad player decisions, bad coaching decisions, bad management decisions. Everyone is to blame. There's no one person who can stand here and say they deserve less blame. The players have been poor. The coach has been poor. The management has been poor. Management for not signing the right players and for not, let's say, giving the coach more like a South African assistant, forcing the coach to have that. It may not have been Arthur Zwane, Dylan Shepherd, whatever, even if it's like our Dr. Kumal or whatever, Kaizer Chiefs legend. But just to give that coach someone who can understand the culture of South Africa, that would have been important. Nabi has failed in many ways. A lot of people can say, yeah, but Nabi can't score goals. Yeah, but Nabi can't do this. But guys, he bought defenders beginning of the season. Even if we're not scoring goals, the least we could be doing is not conceding goals. So you guys need to pick a struggle. If you blame Nabi for not getting the players to put the ball in the back of the net, understand one thing. Beginning of the season, he signed a new defensive force. He signed new defenders. And he's conceded more goals than we conceded in other seasons. So Nabi is to blame as a coach. This season and I hate to repeat myself, but if you go watch the Young Africans preseason game we played, we are conceding the exact same goals we conceded in that game. So ask yourself, if we are still conceding goals the same type of goal we conceded in preseason, now, preseason when? I don't know, October, whenever it was, and we're still conceding that those same type of goals now in May and etc. Ask yourself the question: what has our technical team been doing? Like, what have they been doing? Because, yeah, it's a big problem there. But other than that, it sucks to lose to Pirates. I know I said I don't care about this derby, but seeing a dominant Pirates having Joseph Rivero having beaten Kaizer Chiefs now 5 times, it doesn't feel good. And one thing I want to say is, if Nabi does not win the Nedbank Cup, he has no reason for coming back next season. He has absolutely no reason. Amakhosi.